Alright, in this video I will be replacing some exterior lights with these ones I picked up at Lowe's. I got an assortment of tools, some pliers, voltage tester. You can see some birds have been in this one. It looks a little old, it's pretty dated. The sensor doesn't really work on it anymore either, so it is definitely time to replace this. It was also Halloween the other night, so still got some decorations up. And this is the other one. So we'll put a larger one in front of the garage door because there's more space for it, and the smaller one in front of the front door. And you can see this one has a bit of a patina going on, so not exactly a nice looking light. We did allow some birds to nest, so this one's pretty nasty on top as well. For this particular light, there is some 8mm nuts to take off, and that kind of allows the light to twist down and out of the way. Obviously there's a bunch of bird poo on the wall and some actual cobwebs. Those aren't fake Halloween ones. So before I touch any of the wires, I'll just make sure that they are no longer live with the voltage tester, and I did go into the basement and turn the breaker off for everything. So super simple to remove this. There's just 2 bolts on a mounting bracket that hold it to a device box, and then there's just the 2 morettes on the neutral and hot wire, as well as 1 nut on the grounding wire. So off camera I did clean the wall up. You can see in the box you get a few new morettes, so I don't need to save those. And there's a mounting plate on the back that attaches to the device box with 2 screws. Quite simple. And then the light attaches to that mounting plate with these 2 decorative screws up front. It does come with a red wire, which is for a bit more of a complex setup, but I'm not doing that. So for this one, all I'm doing is attaching the white wire to the white wires, the black to the black, and the grounding wire to the device box, as well as the light. So one point to note, I did save the old screws, and it's lucky I didn't throw them out because the screws that came with the light don't actually fit the device box. They are larger. So these smaller screws are crucial. So I've already got the first screw in, and now I'll put the second screw in. Obviously I'm kind of in the way, tough to film this and do it. On the bottom of the light there are 2 switches. One is the test or on timer switch, which has a test, a 1 minute, 3 minute, and 10 minute setting. And the other switch is called the dual bright switch, which keeps it on a low setting until you trip the sensor, and then the light goes brighter. So the first wire I put on is the grounding wire, and I attach the grounding wire to the device box, that mounting plate, and also to the grounding wire on the light. And then all I did was attach the white wires, put them red on them so that all the white wires are together. And then I attached the hot wire, again with the moret. Push all the wires straight back into the device box so that they're out of the way of the light, and so that the light can mount flush against the wall and mounting plate. And then put on those 2 little decorative nuts, and that's pretty much it. Pretty easy to install, actually. I do come around in the evening with some exterior silicone and just put silicone between the brick and the light. So read the instructions. It is difficult to figure out how to use these lights. The lighting actually gets a lot of negative reviews online, but I'm assuming it's because it's so difficult to figure out the 2 switches and how to set it up, and that it's probably not the fault of the light. I also had some difficulties getting light bulbs to work in here properly, but I'll put a link in the description of the ones I used. Anyway, pretty happy with how these look. They went in super easy. Really the toughest part was just figuring out the sensor modes and the switches, but once you get those sorted out, it's pretty straightforward. Anyway, thanks for checking out my video. Don't forget to like and subscribe.